All right. Hey, guys. So this weekend, you got several more questions involving special pairs of angles and specifically word problems, solving for angle measurements and the supplementary angle measurements and the complementary angle measurements, given particular relationships between those three angles. So let's take a look at this example here. I know we did a couple in class, and there are a few more on the video lesson for section 1.6, but let's do one more because I think this is a good one. We're looking at here two angles that are supplementary. Okay, so what are we going to know? They can add to 180. That's great. If one angle is 36 less than twice the other angle, then find the two angles. So what jumps out to me about this particular one is that this sentence, the second sentence, is trying to establish a relationship between the angle and the supplement of the other angle. So whenever you start on problems like these, my recommendations to you are to define your variables. So let x, right, x degrees, even if you want to have here, equal the measure of angle ABC. We'll call it measure of angle ABC. That's going to be one angle. And the thing that we're going to need to find, it says two angles right here. We're going to need to find the measurement of the supplement of measure of angle ABC also. So if you remember, if they're supplementary, then they add to 180. Oops, they add to 180. So we add them together, equals 180. So if we're letting x, right, if we're defining our variables like we've done in Algebra 1, we're going to let x equal this so we can set up an equation. If we let x equal measure of angle ABC, then we're going to know that x degrees plus the supplements, right, plus the supplementary angle would have to equal 180, okay? So what does the supplement represent? Well, if I have 180 over here, I have x over here, and I want to represent the supplement, I'd have to subtract x from both sides. So the supplement is 180 minus x. So just to remind you, that's where that comes from. X plus 180 minus x, that equals 180, right? The angle, its supplement, is going to be x degrees smaller than 180, okay? So 60 and 120. 50 and 130, right? Always taking away one from the one of those from 180 tells you what the measure of the supplement is. Okay, so anyways, I'd always recommend starting your problems like this. 180 minus x degrees equals the measure of angle ABC's supplement, or whatever angle is mentioned first in the problem. Okay, so let's check it out right here. So this is where we're coming back to our Algebra 1 skills and kind of trying to break down these words here and turn them into expressions. So we have some expressions to work with here. Let's see what's specifically being said in this next sentence right here and turn it into a math sentence, which is usually an equation. Okay, so it says if one angle, okay, one angle is, okay, nice. I got my is pretty equal here. Remember, is where we can identify equals sign. So is equals equals. I can put it again, right? Is equals equals. So when we see is, that's actually how we can set up an equation relating one thing, the angle. Okay, so let's let this be the angle right here. Let's let this be measure of angle ABC, right? Just a generic angle we're bringing up here. If one angle, of which we've already defined a variable of x degrees for, is, okay, so then we can put an equals in for is, right? X equals, if it is 36 less than twice the other angle, well, we need to figure out how to change that. That's probably the most confusing thing about this problem here. So x is which is equals 36 less than. So I'm going to write this. I'm going to write minus 36 right here because we need to take away 36 from the right side here that we're setting it up here. 36 less than twice the other angle. And here's my other angle right here. It's 180 minus x. And so I got 180 minus x right here. So that's how I'd set up that equation. I'd go ahead and solve it. We can do that together, or you can shut off the video and be like, I got this, Mr. Ford, and I got this. So there are, of course, multiple ways to do it. We could have had 180 equals x minus x over here and then just x over here, but whatever, I set it up this way. Let's go ahead and solve it right now. So minus 36, I'm going to get rid of that little degree symbol right there so as to, because it's unnecessary, right? Measurements here, that number is implied that it's going to be in degrees here. Okay, so negative 36, we take away 36 from twice the angle of the supplement, and that's going to tell us the angle of the original angle, the measurement of the original angle here. Okay, so now we just got to do our algebra and mathematically solve this. That's right, you just heard me, mathematically. We got here x. I gotta entertain myself, guys. What am I doing here? What is this here? What is this here? All right, anyways, the way I would solve this one, I wouldn't divide both sides by 2 to get rid of that 2 right there, because then I'd have x over 2. That'd be no good. So what I should do here is use the distributive property of multiplication over addition. So 2 times 180, and right here, this is 2 times the quantity 180 minus x. So we're going to get 2 times by 180 is 360. And get used to that 360 number this year. And 2 times negative x is minus 2x. And now we can combine like terms, right? So what I would do first is combine like terms, or you can lump it all into one step if you'd like. Minus 36, and then, oops, wait, I should have done minus 36. Because what I want to do is combine like terms here. So 360 minus 36, do it with a calculator if you need to. That's fine. You're at this point in time where you use that strategically. Or you do it in your head if you're faster with that, that's fine. 360 minus 36, you just got to get the problem done. And then, so I combine like terms here. I got my minus 2x. Now I'm going to add 2x to both sides. Plus 2x to both sides. And I get 3x equaling 324. And now I divide both sides by 3. So 3 goes into 300 100 times. And 3 goes into 24 8 times. So x is going to equal 108. Is going to equal 108. And here it says find the two angles. So let's get our final answer in yellow here, or orange. I think it's more orange to me here. Because I like to, you notice that with the proofs, I've been circling what we need to prove in orange here. I want to circle what it is we're going to get our final answer. Okay, find the two angles. So we got one angle is 108 degrees. We need to get the second angle. So 108 and question mark, right? Question mark. What's our second angle going to be? Well, the two angles are supplementary. So simply to get our answer right here, we need to do 180 minus x. And x, as we know, is 108. So let's do that. 180 minus 108. And we get 72. There's my answer. I get 72 right here. And we can maybe quickly double check in our heads, right? Always make sure you're answering the final question, right? That's super important for make sure you're thorough with your work and working diligently, you'll get it. Let's do this quickly in our heads just to make sure we got it right. Well, I can write it out for you guys here too, but I would recommend you just do it in your heads here. So if one angle is 36 less than twice the other angle, so that means this is the smaller angle. So let's go ahead and double that first. That equals 144. If we take away 36 from that, do we get 108? Well, there we go. 4 minus 6. We got to do 8 and take one of the ones there. Oh, yeah, it's going to work. 108. Okay, so it checks out. It checks out here. 72 times 2 is 144. 36 less than that is 108. We got ourselves the right answer here. So to recap, problems like these, first step, define your variables. Let x equal represent one of the variables that's used in the problem. The other thing you need to write a representation for, in addition to one of the angles, was its supplement. So 180 minus x to find that out. If your problem talks about complementary angles at all, then of the original angle, right? Then it's 90 minus whatever the measurement is of the original angle. So 90 minus x. So you can define that, and you're good to go. Okay, keep practicing these. These are worth practicing. They're worth improving on. Email me if you have any questions. Good luck on the weekend homework. Have a great weekend, guys.